Hello everyone, my name is Sandeep Gupta and you're watching Electric Vehicles. Now, the country's largest two-wheeler manufacturer, which is Hero MotoCorp, has finally launched electric two-wheelers here in the country. Vida V1 Pro and V1 Plus. Now, that is not the topic of this video. It is the price of these vehicles. V1 Pro comes at 1.6 lakh rupees, and that is the ex-showroom price, mind you. And V1 Plus comes at 1.45 lakh rupees, again ex-showroom. How justified is the price tag is what we will try to find out in this video, and we'll compare it in 3 parameters. The first parameter is of course the performance to price proposition. Let's talk about the motor capacity first, and here Hero MotoCorp in the entire launch event did not disclose the motor capacity of the scooter. It is like launching a petrol scooter or a motorcycle and never telling you the cc, the engine cc of the vehicle. That's how ridiculous it is, but that's how it is. But Hero has given us some figures and we can try to assume or place the motor capacity with those figures. First of all is the top speed. The top speed for both the models, Pro or Plus, is 80 kilometers per hour. Probably limited, but 80 kilometers per hour is the top speed. How about the acceleration? 0 to 40 kilometers per hour for the Plus model is 3.4 seconds. For the Pro model, it is 3.2 seconds. Now, of course, a 2 second, a 0.2 second or a 0.5 second difference makes nothing. But what it tells you is the torque of the motor. Now, we know that the top speed is not exceptional, and even the torque is not exceptional, which means the motor capacity is, it's not a very powerful motor, it's just a motor that you see in most of the electric two-wheelers. Now let's talk about the battery capacity, and for that we have the range numbers that Hero has given us, Vida has given us. For the Plus model, battery pack is 3.4 kilowatt hour, which gives an IDC range, as per the company claims, IDC range of 145 kilometers. So we are expecting a real life range of around 110 kilometers. For the V1 Pro model, the battery pack is 3.9 kilowatt hour, which the company claims gives a IDC range of 165 kilometers, and therefore the real life range converts to around 130 kilometers. Not a very large battery pack for that price, but there's a good thing about it, which is that the battery pack is divided into 2 modules. So if you are talking about the Plus model, which comes at 3.4 kilowatt hour, the 2 modules will be 1.7 kilowatt hour each, and you should be able to use them individually, which means you should be able to drive your scooter with one battery pack in it and the other battery pack charging at home. Yeah, charging at home because it is a detachable battery unit. You get back from the market and the battery pack is charged, you can put it in your scooter and the other one goes for charging and you should be able to drive it. Again, this is a feature that we have seen in other scooters whenever they have a detachable battery pack with 2 battery pack options, Hero Electric to be precise. So we are hoping that this feature is available in Vida models as well, otherwise this feature will not be utilized to its maximum potential. But then this is an assumption because Vida did not disclose whether you will be able to use the battery pack separately or not. What it said is that there is a 2 battery pack option that can be taken home and charged. Now what we arrived at is that the performance, which is the motor capacity and the range of the battery pack, for the price is not exceptional. So what is Vida counting on? Probably 3 things. One is durability, the other is build quality, and the third is service network. Now this is also again an assumption. As long as we don't get to test ride the vehicle firsthand or see how people are experiencing it, we will not be able to comment on it. But going by how Hero MotoCorp has built the company, we can assume that these three points will be safely locked in. Now at that price though, we'll have to compare it to Ather. Why? Because when we talk about build quality, when we talk about reliability, we only think about Ather. We easily think about Ather 450X. And there's another reason for Vida to be compared to Ather 450X, which is the fact that Vida or Hero MotoCorp holds 35% stakes in Ather company. Now the price of Ather is of course almost equivalent to that of the Pro model, but the price for Ather also includes everything that Ather company had to build up from the scratch, which is the motor, the body parts, and in fact the production facility, the factories, the warehouses, the R&D department, supply chain, and even showrooms. Everything Ather have had to build up from the scratch, which is not an issue for Hero MotoCorp. Everything is already established. So strictly on that parameter, the Vida models should have been lower price, especially when you count on the fact that Hero MotoCorp, since the inception, since they launched here in India and they were called Hero Honda, their motto, operating motto was keep the prices low, the profit margin will be less for every unit, but keep the build quality and the servicing to the point so that more number of vehicles are sold and therefore you make profits by numbers. And that is the exact operating model that was needed in the EV segment as well. Now the third point that I want to talk about is that the launch of Vida had already been delayed. It was expected in March 2022 after a lot of teasing, and then finally we see the product here in October 2022. Keep in mind that Hero MotoCorp is present in the most remote location possible in our country, and despite having such a large network, the Vida models are launched only in three cities: Bangalore, Delhi and Jaipur. Why is that? Is that a fashion statement now for electric companies to launch their vehicles in one or two cities and then tell the rest of the country, okay, you pay, you give us your, you pre-book the vehicle and we should be there, we should be able to deliver you in the next 6 months or 1 year. Expected from new companies which is trying to build up everything from scratch, but not expected from a company like Hero MotoCorp. Now during the launch event, they mentioned that the Vida models are smartphones on wheels. Now that is all right, which means they have given a big display, and the display and the interface of the display does look good, by the way. They have given a big display and they'll tell you everything you need to know, all the feature list and all, but then for actual EV penetration to the grassroots, we don't need that. What we need is a scooter that has a decent range, a safe battery pack with a decent range, good build quality, good servicing network, good after sales, customer service, all of that. And we need that in the price of a petrol scooter. That is when the competition will be level, and the kind of peace of mind that one gets when one buys a petrol scooter in terms of the build quality and the servicing, etc. I'm not talking about the petrol prices. If you factor that out, then the kind of build quality that you get, the assurance that you get because you've got a well-built scooter, is something we need in electric as well. What we need is, don't put the money that you're taking and that you're putting in displays and to give us features like today you're riding like this is your graph, a week back this is how you rode, a month back this is how you rode, so this is the final graph of your riding style. We don't need that. Just give us a well-built scooter in a decent price tag. I agree that there are people who look for technology in their vehicles, but then you should have two models, right? That is why you have a Vida V1 Plus for those who want technology as well, and let's give us a Vida V1 with all the raw performance and the peace of mind and the build quality that I earlier spoke about. So I think that is what will actually lead to EV penetration in the country. A few things that Hero got right, by the way. They have built a very strong and secure battery pack. They were speaking about the safety of the battery pack. They said they have performed drop test, crash test, water test and fire test and all, and their scooter battery has come up flying across all these segments. So that's a good thing to know. The battery packs, the internal components are also adequately protected. The electronic components come with an IP65. So the electronic components come with an IP65 rating, the battery pack comes with an IP67 rating, and the motor comes with an IP68 rating. That is all very good. Now in case you want to buy the scooter, you get to keep the scooter for 3 days as part of the test ride window. 3 days is what you get the scooter for. If you decide to buy it, then the EMI is available at 1.5 to 2% lesser price than the market value. And the third good thing is that you can sell the scooter in case you are not satisfied with the performance of the scooter. After 16 to 20 months, you can sell the scooter back to the company and you will get 70% of the price back. That is what the company has done. This is what Vida stands as far as we know from the launch event. More as we get to ride the scooter. Now this is what I wanted to talk about Vida. Now before I end this video, I'll give you a quote from the launch event, which is the company said that we are not trying to be the first, we are trying to be right. Now my question to you is, how right has Hero MotoCorp got it with the Vida models? Let me know in the comment section, and do subscribe to this channel so that you come to know about the test ride experience of the Vida models once we have it. Go green, go electric.